What's up?
Hold on. How does it look?
Yes. Alright. You turn your mic on?
My mic is not on.
I don't know if it is or ain't.
No, it's not.
Alright. Mine is on. Oh, what's up? My bad. We just having some technical difficulties, but everything's good.
How we started? Because it says waiting.
It's a no. Go to the new one. There's a new one.
I know, this is the new one. I thought.
No, it's not.
Oh, I see.
Yes, I'm gonna delete that one. Switch me.
Well,
Anyway, let's go ahead and talk. What y'all got going on?
what y'all got going on? Okay. Well, it's just spinning. So that might be the issue.
All right, we good now. We cooking with gas. Who in here? It say two people. Who here?
I don't know. I can't see.
Oh man, somebody just left, so it must just be us now. All right.
Okay. Sorry for the technical difficulties.
Sorry, y'all. It be like that.
Yeah, that's what we got going on there. Welcome back to Africa Ever After. We are a family of African Americans that moved to Uganda over a year now.
Yeah, it's over a year now.
We're like a year and a quarter in.
Yeah.
We started a business. It is a sausage, American style sausage company. And we are this close to being in the stores. Hopefully this week. It's been an interesting time. Sorry, y'all, the kids. Go sit down. Yeah, so the catch up is what we're doing today.
The catch up. It has been a what? Couple months? 3 months?
Something like that, a long
Something
time.
like that.
We have moved.
It's been a while.
As you can see,
As you can see, we still working on everything.
the background has changed.
A little bit. But it's all good.
Yeah, so there we go. What else is going on? Our oldest daughter moved back to the U.S.
Yeah.
I'm devastated still. We will be okay, but it's still very sad. We miss her a lot.
Yeah, that did happen. That sucked.
Real bad.
That sucked real bad. I had to put my big boy drawers on, you know.
Not me.
I'm rough and tough with my Afro puffs. Hey, well, I ain't really got Afro puffs, but imaginary Afro puffs or dreads. What's up, LJ?
I was a hot mess though, so I needed like a week.
She was dealing. Let me tell y'all. She's curled up in fetal position. I mean, flat out boohoo. Look.
I could cry right now. But
look, like somebody must have died.
It's a grieving process.
It was crazy.
It was terrible.
It was pretty bad. It was you know, it is what it is.
Yeah.
We're
dealing.
We knew it was a high possibility at some point.
Yeah.
Especially what we was like a couple months in,
What?
and
No, I would say that
yeah, what,
it was at least 6 months before I knew for
like
sure.
September.
No, I would say 6 months is when she hinted.
I remember when it was in September when I was at the fire station and I got the call of, "Hey, I want to go back."
Yeah, but that was after you left the second time, not the first time. It was 6 months.
It was September.
Oh. Okay, it's neither here nor there.
So, it happens. But nevertheless, we here now, you know. Hopefully she'll come back. But
Yeah. She said she wants to start a business here, so we'll see. She definitely sees the economic shift coming to Africa. And then being in the US, she said that everything is very, very expensive since she went back. And it feels different there.
yeah,
So hopefully she'll be back after her senior year in high school.
we'll see. We'll see. We'll see. Um, if you notice me, I'm trying to type on here because I know people about to try to get on the other one, but that ain't gonna work.
Well, let's just see that we're live and they'll click on it and it'll be fine.
I hope.
That's what I did.
No, okay. Well, okay.
So anyway, what else?
What else? What else? What else? So with the business, we bought a couple new things. Got slapped across the face, head and back for taxes. 'Cause,
Man, oh my God.
yo, let me tell you, business wise, so doing taxes, no.
Okay.
I need that back. So for taxes, you can get hit with like 50%,
Yes, oh my God, y'all.
basically, for like importing stuff.
Okay. So here's the deal. We have been trying really hard to get locally sourced labeling and packaging from Uganda. And if
Oh,
we
boy.
weren't doing a frozen food item, we could find packaging easily. But because of what we sell, has to be stored in the freezer, water, condensation, blah, blah, blah. So the packaging oftentimes would have like watermarks through it because it wasn't the right waterproofing on the packaging. So we were working with a company and we ordered our labels, and weeks are starting to go by and we're like, what's going on?
I'm about to give names.
Well, please not yet.
Okay.
Let's close out business first.
All right. I'll wait.
So anyway, we were like, what's going on? Normally it takes a few days. What's going on? No response. And then when they did response, it was like when you're at your wit's end and you're trying to figure out what's going on, ready to show up at their offices. Like, oh, okay, well, we have this one delay here. And then next thing you know, it's been like a month. And we're ready to move. And they're like, oh, well, we're not sure when we'll get around to your labels. Our printers are not working. So then we waited a week after that, I think.
Yeah.
And then after that, we went ahead and chose to get our stuff shipped from China. That was a process, but it was easy. So now our stuff is sitting, I think it just got here on Saturday. So we're in customs right now, and we're looking at import charges of about 50%. So.
Is it, what's the name? It starts with an S. Subi. It's not Subi. It's.
Subi is.
I know. I know it's not. I know it's not
You're
Subi.
talking about Sita.
LJ, talk to your babies.
They keep calling. Oh my goodness. So anyway, what else? We have found that going through China for the labels and packaging was a much smoother process. It just takes a while for it to get here, which is not fun.
Very.
And then it's also much cheaper. Even with the 50% tax rate that gets slapped up with, it's still cheaper.
Yeah.
To go through China until we can find somebody in like Kenya, or maybe another company comes here to Uganda but we've exhausted our options in Uganda as far as packaging is concerned.
Yeah.
But the good news is we have 3 stores ready to roll as soon as.
Right now.
So that's a positive.
Right now. What I'm trying to be positive. Look, y'all, I'm jaded right now. I'm gonna be a buck. So I have been very irritated with the way business has been going here because I'm trying to understand it. I'm not trying to fight and all that other stuff. But the problem is, I know I hear the saying, but this is Uganda. This is how we do things. No, this is how you do things, but
There's a better way.
there's a better way. And I'm not just talking about for me, I'm talking about for the world. If Uganda wants to become a power and respected truly around the world, they got to stop all of this.
What is this though?
Like, okay, let's start with the printer people, right? They didn't contact us. We was contacting them, no pickups, no nothing. We'd go up in there, try to talk to them face to face, hiding. You can't even find a roach. You know what I'm saying? You can't find nobody. So eventually you get to them and it's like, hey, I'm sorry. We'll get it done within the day or two. Well, a day or two comes.
Right.
Nothing. And then you start the same process over again. And mind you, this is with everything. It's not just this, but everything. And then, anyway, to fast forward, a couple weeks later, you like, you know what? I'm done with y'all. So then you have to go to outside sources. People I don't want to really use, but you've given me no other option. So now I have to go use the super foreigner instead of using people here to try to put the money back in so it can be spread around here, you know, kind of like the way, who does that? Like the Jews in Israel? You know, they make their money spend within.
Most communities do that.
Most people do that, yeah.
But honestly, it reminds me of the Black community. When we were in the States, we bought a house in the city. So I'm from the burbs. Julius is from the hood. And I wanted to live in the hood because I saw gentrification coming. So when we bought our house, we bought it for super cheap, knowing that we would have to basically gut the house. And then we would basically build it back up. So we tried to go to our community. We found contractor after contractor after contractor, like so many Black contractors who just kept dropping the ball. They didn't have insurance. They didn't know how to fill out the paperwork. They didn't know how to work with the bank. They were non-communicative with the loan officers. So just one after another, right? To the point where the bank was about to give up on our loan because we were not finding contractors that were able to work with them. So finally, we ended up having to hire a white company who got everything done within days and then proceeded to work on the house. That's exactly how it feels here in Uganda. We want to work with Ugandans, and we do whenever possible, but it just seems like time after time, stuff keeps happening to make it really difficult.
And I don't want it to be like that, but when I'm given no other option, I still have a business to run. So I got to do what I got to do what's best for us.
Yeah.
You know, it's like the same thing with even some of the equipment. We'll go up in there trying to buy equipment. Oh, we'll have it this day. We'll have it that day. The day never comes.
But we don't want to seem like everything is like bad.
No, it's not. It's not at all. It's not at all.
Yeah, it's not at all. It's just that right now, that's the part that's frustrating us. And we want to build Uganda. It just seems to be harder than we anticipated.
Yeah.
That's all.
But at the end of the day, what I can say is, when you do find a good one,
man,
whoo, hey, I love them. I love them. I love them because they work for you and they do good work.
Yeah.
You know, So I'm not really upset about all of that. You
No.
know, it could be worse because I've heard some horror stories from other people from other countries, even here. Like, yo, this here is hard, and I'm not saying it's not hard because this is. You gotta pray a lot,
And fast.
a lot. And I can honestly say for me, I haven't been the best praying guy, fasting guy, or nothing like that. You know, this place has a way of changing you. You will do things that you ain't never done.
I don't know if it's necessarily this place. I think of starting a business in general
Yeah.
makes you have to do things. But this time, our entire like family rides on it like hard.
Just
There's
come
no,
home. We need you.
no, thank you.
What? What you talking about?
No, thank you.
Come home where?
This is home.
What you talking about?
The U.S.
Mr. Jones?
No, thank you.
Where's this home? Like, we can talk about that. I don't think you do.
Okay, let's talk about.
But I'm good.
I got
I'm
something.
real good, y'all.
This monkey thing that the U.S. seems to make seem like is everywhere in Africa. It's not.
I ain't
It's not.
come back to America.
No,
Your
thank
home. That ain't my
That's
homeland.
not my home.
That ain't my home. I'm a POW. What do you mean? Yeah, it might have been a few years ago, but I'm a POW along with all them folks that's there. Nah, I'm real good. You too. If your name is Maurice, hey, come on, cuz. If you from over there, that ain't your house.
You can come home.
Come on, man. Read some books. Hey, we POWs, baby. Anyway, I'm a calm. I ain't gonna go there. I ain't gonna go
This
there.
M
But that ain't the
disease.
house. I'm good. Go ahead.
This M disease thing that they're talking about is all over Africa and trying to scare you from coming here. It's not a thing.
I ain't heard nothing about it.
It's
What you
not,
talking about?
It's not really a thing.
I don't know nothing about it. I ain't heard nothing about this
Like here, nobody.
here. I mean, where's it at?
Yeah. So that's not a thing. That's not a reason not to come to Africa, at least to visit. So come on.
Yeah.
And
Pat-
plus,
yeah.
if you bring your money and you bring all your patience and you bring all your skills and knowledge, you will build our future homeland.
Yeah. I mean, there's more opportunity here than there any day of the week. It's not even close.
Yeah.
It's gonna take a lot of patience. It's gonna take some money, more money than what you think,
Knowledge and skill.
and it's gonna take longer than what you think.
Yeah.
Like, I have come to the conclusion, I add about a third to whatever you think it's going to be, add 33 to 35% of whatever it is, how much it's going to cost, patience, whatever,
Time.
everything, add, because it's not going to be that. It's not reality. You know, it just is what it is. And it's not just a Uganda thing. You can go anywhere.
I think
Anywhere on this continent, hey, it's gonna be a minute.
I think also though, because as a person who's not from here, you don't know how things run.
Yeah.
And you also don't necessarily have the connections to find out quickly how things run.
Yeah.
So it does take longer. Also, as you're learning new things, you find out that you skipped a step. And so now you
Yes.
have to go back and fill that gap.
Yes.
Or whatever. So we are learning a lot of things, especially for people who want to do food businesses
Right.
for exportation. We're pretty much there. So we can definitely help with people who are doing food. And I can tell you that when it comes to agro processing, they need it so bad.
Ooh.
Especially if you're coming with quality products.
Yeah.
Like for instance, we were nominated. So UNBS is like
FDA.
or like the food services, like what's it called? Like they go around to the restaurants, make sure that the place is clean. Health inspectors.
Yeah,
Essentially, yeah.
yeah.
So that's like the Ugandan equivalent of that, except for they're way more thorough.
Extremely thorough.
Because they actually take your product and test it to make sure that nothing's in it that shouldn't be in it.
Right.
So that's cool. But anyway, so within a month of being nominated or of getting a certification, we were nominated to be the best sausage company here. We're new, y'all.
Yeah.
And we know our product is good. Like everybody tells us that it's the best that they've ever had here in Uganda. So like we know that it's the best, but imagine if you bring your Western taste buds and what you're used to and the standards of seasoning levels and also the quality standards, because some companies here come from other places in the world and they give their worst to the people of Africa.
Yeah. It's bad.
But they deserve so much better. So if you come here and you bring your quality standards, your taste buds, what you're used to, and duplicate that here, you could easily be one of the best companies to do it here. Yeah. So
it can be so much better. I'm looking at the screen because I'm like, should I move this camera up? I really do want to move it up.
Move it up closer?
Yeah.
Why not?
Yeah. But anyway, if we get the Powerball, hey man, let's go and hit this thing.
The Powerball?
Well, we ain't gonna hit the Powerball because
if I win the Powerball, we
yeah.
I'll let you know. Go forward.
But nevertheless, y'all, it has been a process.
Is it shaky?
Yeah, I'm sure it is.
All right. Oh, there we go. Yeah. It's just now showing.
I'm sure it is. Oh, we good. I'll move this mug back. I ain't tripping. Shoot.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? But nevertheless, y'all, we fighting. We gonna keep on fighting.
Yeah.
Because we ain't got no choice. Like, I ain't going back there.
Also, we want to make sure that when you guys come, that
there's a soft landing for one.
There's a resource.
Yeah.
Especially if you're in a similar industry as us. What benefit do we get from gatekeeping the information? Putting it behind a paywall or something like that? Never
positive energy, always complaining, always. Be black must be really exhausting.
It's a troll, man. Move on.
Man, get on out of here. But I do like that we got a troll. I love it. That means we might be somebody. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. But back to it. I do want to, if we can just fight through this and pave a way for everybody else and whoever want to talk and figure out, hey, where can I make it? Holla at me. Hey, man.
But at this point, we have a list of industries that could benefit Uganda, right? So the whole point is not to necessarily, getting rich is great. I'm not gonna say that it's not. That's not why we're doing it.
No.
No. We have people that we want to serve.
Right.
We have people who we want to benefit. Like we want to be a benefit to Uganda. We don't just want to come here and get rich and then leave. That's
nah, that ain't that.
No.
I was about to put somebody out there, but I ain't gonna do that. We got people we trying to get out of Babylon essentially, but we got people that we need to help.
Yeah.
The same way they help us, the same way we trying to help them. You know what I'm saying? Loved ones. Yeah. So we got to do what we got to do. We got to keep that fight.
Yeah. But so as we figure out things, we'll keep those who need to know or want to know updated about, we also thank you guys for your emails. We got several emails while we were in transition from people who are coming or who are needing housing, people who need transportation when they get here, like airport pickups and all that kind of stuff. So thank you guys for emailing us. And I think I got everybody's email responded to. If I didn't, sorry. It wasn't on purpose.
Yeah. And can you come live with us for a couple months? No.
Housing is cheap. You can live in an apartment.
Ain't gonna happen.
What, like, okay, a 1-bedroom apartment is like what? Okay, let me do the math.
I mean, they got one for like 500.
Yeah, it's actually not a bad one.
Yeah. So 500.
500,000 shillings. So it's $135, you guys.
Right. A month.
Yeah, housing here is very cheap.
Plus water and da 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 da. And you ain't spending no money.
No.
You ain't spending no money.
And you would want your own peace. We got 3 kids screaming running around.
Look, I don't fool with too many people. I don't like people in my house. You know? Do you experience load shedding in Uganda?
What is that?
Kind of like South Africa. No, not really. The issues that you have here in Uganda, because it's definitely not load shedding. They got the power.
Yeah, they supply power to Kenya. So
Kenya will not have power if it's not
without
for Uganda.
Yeah.
The issue is here, the power goes out because there's too many people living in a specific area, and there's not enough transformers to help everybody.
Yeah.
That's what you will deal with here.
Yeah. So for instance, if you have if you build a business, so like you say, for instance, you break ground and build your own place, you have the option of buying your own transformer that nobody else can be on. And when you do that, you don't experience power outages, like rarely.
Yeah.
I think since I've been here, there's been one citywide power outage where nobody had power, but it was because, if I remember correctly, like something was going on with the dam in the Nile, and like there was some weeds or something growing and blocking the dam. So they turned the power off for a day. They told us they were going to do it, cleaned up the stuff in the dam, and then we were rolling back again.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
So no, power outages they're dependent on your location.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And y'all see me kicking that over. Yeah, that's not an issue. The issue you will have to deal with, though, is water. And what I mean by that is you better have a filter.
Yeah, yeah.
Unless you want to lose a couple pounds.
Oh, my gosh.
So, believe me. I am a vet with this.
You're not new to this, you're true to this.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I have drank the water and I have seen the light.
Yeah, I think that, so people here can drink the water just fine.
Yeah.
I think that our system's not used to it. Mm-mm. And I'm not going to test it again. The second week we were here? Was that the second week?
Yeah. I've done it every time I've come back and forth. And
explosive diarrhea is what you can expect.
you need handlebars, baby. Let me tell you.
What?
For real, you need handlebars. You got to hold on. You fly up off that thing, that doggone thing, boy. Oh. But anyway, y'all.
TMI. Oh my God. Oh my Lord.
But yeah, man. Yeah. But y'all got any questions while we messing around?
People are asking questions. I've been
they answering questions? Yeah. Oh, my bad.
As they come through, I've been answering. I just leave it into like regular conversation.
Oh, dang. My bad.
We appreciate y'all for checking in with us. Like,
man,
for real, though.
You know what I'm saying? It's been a minute. It's been a minute. It feels good. Flying toward, more like a rocket ship.
No, you are the rocket ship. The toilet is the launching pad.
Let me tell you. Well, it get bad out there.
Awful. 0 stars. Do not recommend. That's one thing that I would say. When you get your Airbnb, make sure you message your host, see if they have filtered water in that bad boy, because woo.
Yes, you get taxed from both.
If you are a U.S. citizen, it does not matter where you live. As long as you hold the title of citizenship, you do pay taxes.
It don't matter where you are. If you a U.S. survey citizen, you ain't hiding from Uncle Sam. He gonna get his.
When you get bank accounts in foreign countries. They are required to tell the IRS that you have a bank account with them when you pull out your passport.
Unless you like in Russia or something.
Woo.
That's about it.
They do not play.
Right.
The IRS is not a game.
They money.
So yes, we pay taxes. Unfortunately.
Right.
In both the US and Uganda.
Right. I wish. But, whatever.
Okay.
Yeah, we know that now.
Right.
We know that now about the water, but whew, that ain't nothing to play with.
Right, exactly. So that's what okay. When we had the problem, we had a situation where we had like the jugs of the 5-gallon jugs of water that were going through the machine. So we thought we were drinking filtered water, but we think that the Airbnb host, instead of actually getting a new bottle of water,
filled it
that
up.
she just went to the tap. And woo.
And we all got that work. And then me, I didn't believe it. I thought I was something like Superman. So I'ma test it again.
Just in case?
Just in case. Like a couple weeks later, I tested it again and same thing happened. So then I went back to the States, came back a couple months later, tried it again. Nah, got me again.
You know what they say about a hard head, right?
And then I went back to the States, came back again. You know this story. Of course. Hey, man, I'm like Superman. I'm going to beat this.
No, you wait. It beat you.
Yeah, nah, man. I'm done.
So you had the super bubbles. Yes.
Super bubbles? Man, stop it. Super bubbles.
What would you call it?
That was... I need an exorcist.
Why are we lingering here? I'm just trying to understand.
I don't know, but I need an exorcism going on back there.
Like, we're still on this time. You can tell there's a bunch of guys in the chat because I'm like, why are we still on this subject? Ew.
Oh, yeah. Just put me on there. Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
But it's all good. We good now.
What I do think the Most High for is that we have a really good team. That's one thing that you guys will need to be conscious of.
Yes.
Who you surround yourself with here can dictate everything about your stay here. You can have people who seem to be in your corner and they're not.
Right.
Who will talk a good game and then have nothing to show for it. You can have people who just plain out want to steal from you. So they lie to you every time you that's anywhere though.
That's anywhere.
Anywhere you go, there's people who are going to be laying in wait if you're not conscious of what's happening. You're not paying attention. But we've been really blessed to be surrounded by people who have our best interests at heart.
Right.
And they also want us to succeed. And we want them to succeed. That's why we partnered with them.
Right.
I think that a lot of times people will come here and they try to do it by themselves. And that's great. If you can do it, great, good for you, right?
Right.
But oftentimes, and even in the States, we need to find strategic partners that we can build our business with. Mm-hmm. Because I'd rather have, who says this? I don't remember who, some rich person says, I'd rather have 10% of $1 million than 100% of 100,000. Well, it's the same difference, but you know what I mean.
Or 100% of zero.
Right. So it's very important that you surround yourself with people who are going to grind as hard as you are for the business. And that's why it's important to have partnerships, like actual stake in your company, if you choose to do that.
Right. Willing to fight with you in the trenches.
Yes. Because
these trenches here, they deep. And stuff be blowing up all the time. Yeah. It's war. It's just business warfare here. Yeah. But I think that's business. Business everywhere. Is warfare. Yeah. To reach to a goal, you have to fight. But we got a question. How do I feel physically eating over here?
Great. So the food is not pumped with all the artificial stuff, guys. Yeah. The chickens are not walking around with legs looking like baby arms. Like, that's not a thing. Church's chicken would not survive here with them, monster breasts. Like, that's not a thing. The food is normal sized. Yeah. And so For instance, we were vegan before we left the States.
Yeah.
For like a long time.
Yeah. We was vegan for a minute.
Like 2-3 years.
Yeah, we was vegan.
Because the food was just so. Ugh.
Right.
But here we're not.
Nah. Hey, I eat that chicken. I eat that beef from time to time. Fish. That's it. But mainly, I'm a chicken and fish person. So.
Yeah.
But man, the mangoes. I'm not the biggest fruit person.
Like do your.
What?
Do your disclaimer because you have to go ahead with that.
That I'm not a fruit person?
No. He don't eat fruit, y'all. No. This is how bad it is, right? So his first time having a grape, how old were we?
20.
You were not 20 years old, sir.
20.
He was like 25. The first time having a grape, y'all. So his proclivity to fruit is like non-existent. So here, what does the fruit taste like?
Fire.
And bananas. Now, black men and bananas have like a love-hate relationship because...
But I do like the bananas that are yellow and small.
The little ones.
The little ones. Mm. I think they call them, in the hood, they call them the Dr. Sebi bananas. Fire. But all of them are good. The mangoes is fire. The watermelon, They need some different variety, but they are good.
Yeah. I think you could come here with watermelon.
Oh my God.
Oh my God. You would make so much money. Like, listen, guys, if you're going to buy some land, before you come, get you some sangria watermelon seeds, get the orange watermelon seeds, get the yellow watermelon seeds. You would be a very, very rich man.
Right. Website is Ubora Safi.
UBORASAFI.com.
Right. Are we permanent residents? To get permanent residency here,
5 years.
It takes a minute. We've only been here a year, so we still fighting through the process.
Yep. And it's cool.
Yeah, it's all right. As far as can you own property here? Yes,
you can.
We can. You don't have to be a citizen or none of that. You can go. You can get you a plane ticket, fly over here, buy you some land, and go on about your day. There's a lot more steps in it, but yes, you can.
Yes, you can.
You can buy some stuff.
If you're buying like stuff like condos, stuff like that, that's easier. When you're buying land, it's a little bit more difficult because of like title issues and stuff like that. So I would suggest that if you're going to buy land, that you find an attorney and or somebody you can trust. Do not just go with the broker guy. Don't do it.
Don't trust them.
Gosh.
I don't trust brokers. Period. I don't fool with brokers.
You don't have a choice.
You don't have a choice, but in general, I don't mess with brokers. I don't mess with bodas.
Bodas.
I don't fool with them.
Unless you have to.
Even if I have to, I don't. I'll wait. I ain't getting on that thing. Plus, I feel like all of them got a death wish.
Boda guys?
Yes.
I'll get on a boda, but I have seen some crazy accidents with bodas. Bodas are
little motorcycles. In the state, they'll be like a moped, almost.
Probably the size of the motor, maybe, because like they don't go very fast. They're not loud or nothing. They're just
right. The moped it don't look like a moped. It kind of look like a old bike from back in the day.
Like the 70s.
Yeah, but it don't go that fast and. I'm not a fan of bodas. I'm not a fan of taxis either. But whatever. Yeah. Allergies?
Not a thing.
What is that?
Yeah, no, not a thing.
That's the best way to put. What's that?
Okay, so let's rephrase because seasonal allergies.
Yeah.
The reason why you have seasonal allergies in the States is because they plant the male trees and don't plant the female fruiting trees.
Right.
Like some cities even have laws against planting the female fruiting trees. So that's why you have so much pollen floating around.
Right.
And you have nothing that's going to take the pollen in like the female trees do.
Right.
So here, there's fruit trees everywhere. Like in our apartment, there are maybe like 9 fruit trees.
We got soursop. We got a little bit of everything.
We got guava.
You name it.
Orange.
You know. But that's everywhere. How is medical services? It's pretty cool. I mean, we had no issues,
Right.
but as far as the stuff that we have, nah, you good.
Now, my favorite part is the pharmacy situation. If you know what's wrong with you, you don't need to go to the doctor. So let's say that I'm
Yeah.
like, oh, I have the flu. My nose is running, I'm sick.
Right.
I can go to the pharmacist and be like, hey, pharmacist, these are my symptoms. I need some medicine for this. And I don't have to go to the doctor first.
Right. To get the big stuff, the
get
good
the
stuff.
prescription to get the,
Right.
So that's cool. Or
Yeah.
if I'm like, I want the Ivor medicine. I don't know if you can say that on YouTube now.
I don't know if you can say it or not.
So let's not. I want the Ivor medicine.
Which they used to use, they say that it was for horses.
Yeah.
Even though there is one for horses or animals, and then there's one for humans that's been around even longer. Hopefully you know what I'm talking about.
They know what you're talking about.
Yes, you can get that.
You can just go to the pharmacist and get it. It's not
Let me get that.
It's not a big deal.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, yeah, that's dope.
Yeah.
You went to the doctor. I haven't
Dental?
been to the doctor. Oh, great.
Hey!
5 stars, man.
Damn!
Dental is great. And it's cheaper. Fantastic. What else? I've gotten other services like med spa services, not like Botox and all that, but other things.
Yeah.
And great.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
I mean, you name it, you can get it done probably better and most definitely cheaper.
Way cheaper.
Yeah, I would just come just for Invisalign. Not
even playing.
Not even playing.
Braces, full bracket braces are $3 million. I got my little thing here. Hold on. So let me just do the conversion.
I got one even crazier once you're done. While she doing all
full bracket braces, mind you, when I got mine, I paid like $6,000 or $7,000 for my braces. They cost $813 here, y'all.
Yeah.
And then if you want to get the full trays of the, what's it called? Invisalign. That's $5 million, which is more expensive in the States than regular braces.
Yeah.
So it's basically $1,300.
Right. So if you want to get an implant,
Yes.
I'm talking the full thing.
Dental implant.
Like tooth is gone, you got to get a new one, put back in your mouth some way, somehow. It's only about $1,100 to $1,500 depending on how bad it is.
From the full thing. So when I got my implant for my tooth in the States,
Yeah.
I mean, I'm probably in over like 10,000 at this point.
Yeah, it's up there. It's up there. Oh, we've been married for a minute.
A minute. 11 years. Yeah. So yeah, that kind of stuff is dope. I would say also, if you come here, ladies, come here raggedy. Do not pay money to get your stuff together in the States.
Don't brush your teeth.
No, I know.
Don't wash your
your
butt.
No.
Make sure you got like matted hair.
No.
Hey, you gonna come out, you gonna leave this thing looking fly.
Okay. So you can do not get your hair braided before you come here. I've heard multiple people say that they go to Ghana and get their hair braided. Listen, don't come to Africa with your hair braided.
Nah, don't do that.
Come here, like, I need your hair to be
don't touch
struggle
it.
bus.
Don't touch it.
Get here and then do your nails and then get your hair done and get all that stuff done. Get your teeth whitening, which is like super cheap. It's like 150,000, whatever that is, like less than $30.
Yeah.
Do all that stuff here.
All of it.
Yeah, don't spend your money in the States to do that and then come to Africa.
Come here and do it all.
Yeah.
Everything.
Yeah.
Even if you want, bring an empty suitcase.
Yes.
Come back with a whole new wardrobe.
Or bring fabric and then go back with like a whole new wardrobe. That's fine.
So, how did you decide on Uganda, man?
Okay. Listen, this was a process. Okay, so at first Uganda was not on our list.
It didn't even think about it.
When we first wanted to move to Africa, it was Ghana. Ghana was everywhere.
Yep.
And then COVID happened.
Yep.
And Ghana was like one of the last countries to open their borders. Like even after we got here, Ghana was still closed.
Yeah.
So we looked at places that it was easy to do business as a foreigner.
Right.
We looked at places where they spoke English as a primary language because that was important. We didn't want to move to like a French-speaking country and then have to speak French. Like,
Right. And I ain't speaking no fwa.
Okay. What else? We wanted a place where you could start a business cheaply.
Right.
And so we looked at like South Africa, we looked at Tanzania. Also, we wanted a place where you could get residency or even citizenship in 5 years, if possible.
Right.
Tanzania did not offer that. You have to literally give up your U.S. citizenship to become a citizen in Tanzania. At least when we were looking.
No, it's still like that.
Is it?
That ain't happening.
Okay, yeah, no, we're not doing that. And then so Uganda, at the time of COVID, Uganda passed a law that said that they would not require their citizens to get a vaccine. And that we thought that was just cool because rights are rights, right?
Right.
So we were like, cool, let's look at Uganda. And then the more we started looking, the more we started to see. Also, this is like the breadbasket of Africa.
And I see why.
And if for what we were trying to do with this being in the food industry, it made sense for us to be here.
Right.
So
yeah. So
that was a long-winded answer, but that's the reason.
Yeah. To live is.
Why did you decide on the Uganda to live?
Okay.
Also, I like Ugandan people. I guess it's a good and a bad thing, right? They really like foreigners, and that's a good thing for us, but it also can be a bad thing as well because a lot of people come here and try to take advantage of them, and that's really sad.
I'm not a big fan of that.
Yeah.
I'm not a big fan of that.
Like really sad, but you know what can you do?
Yeah. Hair braiders, if you do locks.
Yes, locks.
Get your hair cut. I need to go get my hair cut for real. I've been saying that for a minute, but I haven't.
Now a retwist here for my locks can be as low as $8.30. I refuse to pay that low. So I pay my lady more than that. But that's how much it costs for a retwist here.
Yeah. Are people friendly? Yeah. Yeah, they cool. I mean, just like anywhere else, you got your a-holes, but in general, yeah, they cool.
Yeah.
Or do they want that USD? I think everybody want that USD.
Yeah. So here's the thing. You never really know.
Yeah.
But that's anywhere, right? You never know people's intention until they show what they are. That's why, like, for instance, we don't really keep our circle huge. Like, we have people that we rock with, and then we have, like, associates, just like you do anywhere.
Right.
But even in the States, our circle was hecka small.
Right.
So it's the same thing here.
Right. I keep that thing locked down.
Yeah.
You know, to get up in this thing, good luck.
But I will say that we have a really cool group of expats here.
Yeah.
Shout out to O'Shea. With Kinganda, he started a expat WhatsApp group, which is entertaining most of the time. And then once a month we get together.
Shalom, family.
Oh wow! Listen, y'all. Okay.
I've been trying to hit you up, bro.
No, okay, listen.
Okay.
I was in Taylor's group, like,
where my homie at?
where they at? What's up, guys?
Man.
Okay, so what were we talking about? I forgot.
I don't even remember.
Do our family and friends visit us? Yes.
Yes.
We have somebody coming in October. Some people's coming.
Right.
Listen.
I'm gonna be crying up a storm. I ain't gonna. I'm gonna be jacked up, skipping down the street and everything. But I ain't gonna lie though. That traffic though.
Oh my God.
Let me tell you.
It's so bad, y'all. But
I will never complain about U.S. anything traffic ever again.
Ever.
Oh,
amazing.
I dig that. Yo, we was thinking about Botswana.
It was on the list.
It was on the list, and it was high up there.
It was like
it was like number 1, 2, like.
Okay, that's exciting.
We gotta talk. We gotta talk.
I want to visit. So anyway,
You know what I'm saying?
okay, so
October, I
yeah.
can't wait, man.
So do family and friends come to visit? Yes.
Yes.
I wish they could visit more. Also, though, it's expensive.
Yeah.
So
I mean, I
the
ain't
most
gonna
expensive
lie.
thing is what, the plane ticket.
I mean, them tickets will slap you across the face kind of hard.
Yeah, they are.
You know.
Especially if there's more than one person.
Yeah. If you got like, if it's a tribe of y'all, you know what I'm saying? Hey, it takes a lot of planning to come over here.
Yeah, it does.
So, you know, but if it's just one, you can make it happen.
Yeah.
You know, you can make it happen. But if it's a lot of y'all, whew.
Can we talk about industries that we think people need to get into? And then give your stats.
Value added anything,
Anything.
you will be good.
Yeah.
I literally mean value added anything. Look up what agriculture value added truly is and what it encompasses, and you can make your move from there. We You'll be fine. Don't try to reinvent the wheel and
No.
do something all extra. No,
No.
don't do nothing fancy. You don't need that for now. You want to create a living and then expand from there.
Yes. So like, look at boring businesses that make money no matter what.
Yeah.
Value addition is going to be it. You have to eat. People gotta eat.
Yeah.
But like the big industries here are like, somebody's making naan.
Naan bread or naan bread.
bread.
But that they make naan, and then they have another one that make chapati.
Yeah.
Fire.
And they just freeze it, guys. It's not even like it's not rocket science.
Right. They're not doing nothing special. They literally
Are making
make
it?
chapati by the boatload, freeze about 5. Okay, back in the States, tortillas in a package,
Yes.
chapati in a package.
Bring that here. I would love to buy some tortillas.
You know what I'm saying? Like it's not rocket science. I mean, you can dry some food, put it in a package. Like look, we got this stuff. It's like crack now. These dried mangoes, dried pineapples, fire.
And now they have jackfruit too.
Every time we go by the store, it's like we always buying some.
If you have the money to buy a freeze dryer, that would be great. And the reason why I say that is because you could supply to restaurants, bakeries, stuff like that. Because freeze dried strawberries make the best kind of strawberry flavoring.
Yeah.
Freeze dried blueberries make the best kind of blueberry flavoring.
Yeah.
So a lot of the stuff a lot of the flavored things aren't as good as they could be because there's not an industry here that can do that. This is free information, guys.
Nice.
If you can do that, that would be a really good business. And if you can focus on B2B, then it would give you larger profit margins in the beginning of your business while you figure out how to do B2C.
Right. Now, I'm not going to say it's going to be easy because it takes a lot. It takes a lot to get a business started here, more than what we anticipated.
Yes.
We thought it was more like the States.
Yes.
It ain't. This is Uganda.
Right.
This is not the States where you can start and be running.
No.
This ain't that.
No. But I will say, one of the things I do like here that I found easier was once we found our business building, we had it, like we were under contract in like a day. So there's no background checks, guys. They're like, do you have the money or not?
Right. You got the money, like everything. When the States, you know how they say cash is king? Nah, you ain't met cash is king until you come here.
Yeah.
Like, you literally can get a place, an apartment, a house, a condo, whatever you name it, buy it today and go on about your business. But another thought while I think about this, okay, so we read a few articles. I'll have to post them or show them or whatever. We may just do a video about real estate.
Yes.
So real estate right now, it's not enough. It's not enough housing for the people currently here. So because of that, let's just say the house that we had at one point or this apartment that we got, Look, if we didn't get it to that day, we wasn't gonna get it. Like when we got the house, it was literally somebody there at the same time looking at it. And if we wouldn't have said, yeah, we'll take it right now, they were gonna take it.
So they need housing desperately.
So if you can build,
If you have the money to buy plots of land and build good housing, guys, we do not need people to come over here and be slumlords. Please don't be that guy.
nah. If you that guy, don't talk to me,
Do
don't
something
call
else.
me.
Do something else.
I don't know you.
Do something else. But good housing, especially if you can afford to do affordable housing, that's what Uganda needs. And with the population about to go through the roof, how much did you tell them? How much?
No, I didn't tell them how much. So Uganda's population by 2040 supposed to double and then some, like double and a half almost.
Joel. No, baby.
So, and by 2030, by 2030, Kampala alone
Supposed to double.
will double
That's
in
like
little
6
then
years.
some. That's 6 years away. And they're already underhoused now. So if that's the case, hey, if you know how to build and you can find the materials, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Like we know a guy, he had a house for, how much was that? I want to say it was like, yeah, it was 200 million. He got the house. 200 million UGX is basically $53,000.
Yeah,
right?
and these are nice houses, guys. Like big houses.
$53,000
That's
for a
a
house that he
big
built,
house.
and it was in Chira. So
Up and coming area.
that's a really really nice area up and coming, right? And he sold that thing and flipped it for 700 million, which is $188,000. This is less than a year he had the house. That's from getting the land, building the house, moving in, like, nah, I can flip this and make some big money. So he did that.
Yeah.
Hey, come on.
If you have it like that.
If
Now,
you got it like that.
We don't know the trials and tribulations that come with doing that.
We ain't know nothing about that.
We can't help you with that industry at all.
I don't know nobody.
We hope to be able to help you with that at some point.
We know a plumber and an electrician.
Right. We can help you with that. So like you would have to like make sure that you secure your own people.
Right. Good luck.
Right. But yeah.
Good luck. But nevertheless, the money is there. You know. So yeah. I'll take that over the US version. Oh, natural
The flavoring, yeah.
Yeah. But nah, but you can really make big moves here, and it's not just for the betterment of you, because it's helping them too.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Like you make some family homes that are like 3-bed and 4-bed, and they're actually good size and not closets.
The houses?
Yeah, the houses or the apartments.
Yeah. And for people who got the money and the means, can you build a place for kids to play at your apartment complex?
Like a park.
That would be great.
If somebody just make a park, period.
Yeah.
You can, hey man, entertainment district for like families.
I'm talking to people out there at big money.
Yeah, big
Like,
money,
do what
big
you-
rollers. Wanna be a baller.
Oh Lord.
Them folks. Not us regular folks like me and her.
We're not there yet.
We extra, very extra regular. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. But yeah. I think there's so much stuff you guys can do here. And then also the government so far has been really great in that they just let us do our thing.
Yeah. We got to go through all the steps and all that good stuff, and it's a headache, but I think it's a headache no matter where you go.
Yeah. It's a learning curve.
But they let you work, you know. And our thing is, it's not like we just trying to just help ourselves. We're trying to help everybody else too.
Yeah. Oh Lord, no, don't do that. That's not cute. No, thank you. He's trying to get you to sing again.
Nah, you ain't about to set me up. Like, what you think this is?
I can see him laughing on the other side of the phone too.
You ain't about to set me up.
Okay, what else? UNBS, we have not discussed that process. We are finished. Hallelujah.
Whew.
with the UMBS process.
Let me tell you.
Again, UMBS, for those who don't know, is the African version of Ugandan version of like the FDA or the health department. Yeah. So they came out. First, we thought it was going to cost 1.5 million, which is like, I don't know.
$300.
$300.
$300. That wasn't it.
No, it cost 7 million because there was a sausage scandal or something like that years ago, and they are extra hard on sausage companies right now. And then also there was like a beef issue in like one of the regions, and so they are making sure that they're crossing all their T's and dotting all their I's. So
7 million.
7 million, y'all.
Let's just get to the point. 7 million.
My goodness.
Let me tell you, when we heard that, it still hurts. It's a lot of money. It's a lot of money. But I do gotta give a shout out. Everyday motivation. We still need to go eat, bruh.
Yes. Let us know when you're free, man.
I know you stuck in that cave slaving away, but I still want to take you to go eat.
Okay, so when we're talking about teams and people around you that are good people, y'all subscribe to Everyday Motivation. He is such a
good people.
I won't
Real
mention his
good
name
people.
in case you don't want people to
Right,
know.
I ain't gonna give you your name. Great people.
Yeah.
You need solid people like that.
Yeah. So he's one of the people.
Yeah.
So yeah, what were we talking about?
Yes.
Lord have mercy. I don't remember.
I don't remember.
What were we talking about?
I don't remember what we were talking about. UMBS.
Thank you.
That's what I'm talking about.
Okay, UMBS. So it was
7 million.
It was really
7
expensive.
million. 7 million.
Especially because we went up there to get a quote of how much it would cost, and so we weren't expecting to get slapped with that price.
And we were told 1.4.
Yeah, that's what it was.
And
so we paid the money. Then we had to get like basically in a queue where they come out. They tell you that they're coming. They say we'll be coming sometime this week. And then as they get closer, they'll tell you the day and even the time. The day before they confirm the time. Their communication was A1, which is really good because that had been a struggle with companies.
Yeah.
The government, not so bad.
Yeah.
So anyway, they came out. They made sure we were clean. They watched our process. We were blessed to have URI there, which is called the Ugandan Institute Research.
URI, UIRI.
They basically help people who are starting a business.
Yeah. It's a business incubator.
Yes, basically, yes, exactly. So we had them there with us, so it made the process easier. We knew like all our paperwork was in order, that kind of stuff. So once they did that, they took some product with them to get tested. Or no, they didn't. We took it up there.
No, we took it to URI.
Yeah. No, we took it up to the
the UMBS? Yeah.
So we had to take our samples to UMBS, and then that process was like, what, 2 weeks, 3 weeks to get tested?
Well, it was supposed to be 2 weeks.
Yeah.
It did not take 2 weeks.
No, it took longer. There was like holidays in there, though, which made it worse.
I don't remember. All I know is it took longer than 2 weeks.
Yeah.
It took longer than 3 weeks. It wasn't a month.
No.
But it took longer than 3 weeks, and it was supposed to be 2.
Yeah.
Technically, 13 days is what they said. But.
So, yeah. Then we got our UMBS certification. We're good there. Again, we're just waiting for those who weren't here at the beginning. We're waiting for the packaging to be released from customs because it's here now. So.
It's here in Uganda.
Hallelujah.
It's just in jail. You know what I'm saying? We're trying to bond it out, but they ain't trying to hear nothing right now. You know what I'm saying?
We're waiting to hear the damage on that.
Yeah, man. The judge about to Oh.
So yeah.
Yeah. When Jones was talking about taxes, hey, tariffs. I'd rather pay taxes than tariffs.
No, so it's not even that. It's okay. So if the product is produced here, even if it's not what you're asking for, if it's produced here, you pay a fee to get it outside of the country. Yeah. So because there is packaging produced here, even if it's like paper bags, supposedly this is what we're getting, right?
Right.
We don't know this for sure, but this is the information that we're getting. because packaging is something that is produced here in Uganda, we're paying because we're getting a different type of packaging than what's produced here somewhere else. It's expensive, but
Right. You pay a penalty for going outside
Yeah.
of the states. So that's another business.
the state
I mean, outside of,
country.
they threw me off, outside of Uganda. Now, if you want to start a printing business,
Yeah.
there is no really good printing business here. Like, what is it called now? It used to be Kinko back in the day. I always still call it
Kinko?
Kinko. Yeah, but it's
Kinko.
It's called FedEx or something now.
Kinko.
Yeah.
You said Kinko. I was so confused.
Anyway,
Kinko or
FedEx,
mailbox,
FedEx,
etc.
FedEx. You know, the FedEx place where you can go
Print
get your
stuff.
stuff printed and all that. Look, you do that business. You just make printing everything. I'm on shirts, paper, plastic, banners, whatever, cars. I don't care. You do that business.
You'd be insanely rich.
Oh my God.
Because
nobody's doing it correctly.
Right. So here, the best company that they have, you have to email them the document, and you may have it in a day or two. There's nothing that you can.
But they are really expensive.
Yes, they are. But there's no company you can go to and just like, I got this document, let me scan it myself.
Yeah.
And leave with my document after I pay the little, whatever, the machine. Everybody, you have to get assistance for everything. Okay, so for here, I'm used to doing everything myself. Listen, I will fix a car. If I can change my oil, I will drill holes. I do all the things, right? Got all the tools in storage. Here, you have to pay somebody to do everything. If I need my TV hung, I have to pay somebody to hang my TV. It's ridiculous.
Right.
But in the case of printing, I want to just go in with my document, scan my document,
right,
get it printed or whatever. And you can't, I haven't found a place yet. And we've been looking. I don't think it exists. I have to send an email to somebody who's going to print it for me when I could just do it myself. So if you have, a couple $1 million hanging out and you can afford to buy all the FedEx machines, that'd be a really good business to get into.
Yeah, it's big money.
Yeah.
It costs a lot.
Yeah.
Maybe one day, once I got like millions of dollars or something. But until then, I'm good.
We're gonna keep sending those emails.
I'll shut up, drink my medicine, pay that money.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But y'all got any questions while we rambling along and all that mess?
We've been on there for a good minute.
Yeah, we've been on there for a good minute. Good minute. Ooh. So there's this, on Drink Champs, there is a guy, Buju Banton. He is my favorite artist deals with reggae, right? He has a interview on there and he talks about, it's a few things he talks about a lot of stuff on there, obviously, but he talks about Africa in general. And I just had to bring this up. So there is a distinct difference between us and them and us. And them within each other. What I mean is when we talk about like tribes.
Okay.
Tribalism sort of is a thing. What I mean is...
No, it definitely is a thing.
Right. It is a thing. If you are Muganda, Munyankole, Acholi, Jab, it don't matter. There is a difference. And they work within each other. Sometimes they hate each other. And sometimes they regardless, you are a foreigner and it is what it is. Accept it. You're going to hate it. You're not them. Oh, well.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And there is parts of that comes, it sucks. Because you come here and you're with that stupid mindset, not understanding, I'm home. They're going to welcome me and love me and care.
Not necessarily.
Hey.
Not necessarily.
That ain't that. You may find great people. Nah, It ain't like that. If they're gonna upcharge their brother, their own people, their own tribe mate, who are you? You ain't nobody. You probably only gonna be here for a couple months anyway, maybe a couple weeks. So let me get this money.
Like foreign taxes. So
you know what I'm saying?
What an example of that would be that I went to go buy a dress. I went with a friend and I asked her to find out the price. She went to buy the dress and he said it was $20,000. When I went to buy the dress, he said $200,000. And so of course I didn't buy the dress, but that's the kind of taxes you can expect to pay. And it's not a real tax, right? It's a upcharge that you get charged once you open your mouth.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't know that I'm not Ugandan until I start talking.
Right.
So when I talk, suddenly the price shoots up. So what I've learned is to just simply go to places that actually have the prices on there, or also I'm not afraid to negotiate, or I just walk away. Like I don't need it that bad.
Yeah.
He don't negotiate.
I don't negotiate. Period. Cause I take stuff personal. I'm an emotional creature sometimes, or a lot of times. So I just won't negotiate because I know I'm a fight. So it's better for me to just walk away. You know.
Okay.
Like 50 Cent taught me a real good lesson. If you're not willing to kill or die over it, then leave it be. Let them have it. It's cool. I go somewhere else. It's all good. So that's what I do.
Who are some people you recommend to follow for good insight on business and life coming from the U.S.?
Kinganda, definitely.
Yes.
Kinganda.
They've been on. They've been doing a great.
Joe Anita, she's from Kinganda.
Yeah.
I forgot the rate. I think the name of her channel is Joe Anita Maya. I believe.
I think so.
UG Connect.
Yes.
He gives really good insight.
Yeah, and also he does lots of business interviews.
Yes, a lot.
Which are helpful.
She does a little bit of video, but she does more stuff on housing though.
Like Life in Uganda, is that her name?
No. Connect with Uganda.
Yeah.
Rachel Nalumu.
Yes.
Subi Shop.
Yes.
You
got them all, man.
I know my brain is popping right now. It's this coffee I got down here. I think. Dang, what's his name? We got him subscribed. He came with UG Connect.
I can't remember.
He got a good channel.
He's on Facebook though, mostly.
Yeah, he's mostly on Facebook, but he's on YouTube too. I can't think of his name. My bad,
These are all
bro.
Ugandans.
My bad, bro.
Stepping Stones to Home, they're good.
Yeah, they're not in Uganda though.
No, but Africa. No.
But they are in Africa.
What's the other people? They're in Botswana. I think no, they don't. They didn't say. They said they're in southern Africa. But
Journey with us.
Journey. Yes. They're good.
Yes.
Especially the wife talks a lot about like how to have an online business that will contribute to your lifestyle here in Africa.
I'm trying to think. What's the light skinned girl or woman in South Africa? She got kids.
I can't think of her name.
Ashley in Africa. Thank you. Yeah. That's all I can think of right now. Oh, the people in Ghana that we used to watch all the time.
I don't remember them.
I don't remember them though. I don't remember the name. Shout out to Dre from KC. That's in Ghana though.
He's on Facebook though.
It's a good dude. Good dude. He been in Ghana since COVID. Dre Taylor.
So if you guys are on Facebook, Dre Taylor, he's a builder. So like he's building property in Ghana.
He is that dude.
Yeah.
If you want to know how to get stuff done on the continent,
he's the one.
He is that dude.
So if you're looking at doing housing, maybe hit him up.
Yeah. What other major cities in Uganda? You got Mbale, you got Arua, you got Mbarara, not Port Bell. I can't even think of the name of it.
I don't even know.
I would say Busia ain't really a major city, but I'm not really a big fan of Busia because Busia it's not Busia the city that's the problem.
The border agents.
Yeah. So Tororo, Soroti,
Did you say ginger?
Yeah, I didn't even say ginger. My bad.
I'm like,
Ginger, that's
beautiful.
ginger dope.
It's beautiful.
Like, it's beautiful there. They ain't got a lot there, but they got enough.
Listen, they
it's
got
cool.
tea fields.
Tea fields.
Just
like,
drop me off.
oh
That's
my
all I
God.
need.
Yeah, that would be a problem for her. What else?
It's Journey with Us. That's the
Yeah. Traveling Tony?
Yeah, in Tanzania.
I'm about to check them out.
And us. Okay, so US meets Kenya.
USA meets Kenya?
There you go.
Hey, I bet we surviving. We'll be out.
surviving.
I mean, subscribing.
Surviving.
Oh, what about the people in Kenya that you met in December?
She goes back and forth to US. She's not actually posting on YouTube yet.
No, the ones that came from Rwanda.
Oh my God, yes.
They came from Rwanda and now they live in Kenya.
Hold on. I follow them, so hold on.
They
Give me
dope.
2 seconds.
They good folks.
Yes, I like the wife
They
especially.
are
She's super
good
sweet.
folks.
The husband is so quiet, but the wife, she's essence.
They be doing like traveling and helping people move into the country and
true.
stuff like that.
Let me see if I can find them.
They good folks.
What are
They good folks.
They used to live in Rwanda, and then they had a coffee business, like a
restaurant.
Yeah, it was a bookshop and restaurant.
Okay.
I don't remember their name.
I forgot their name. Yeah, the Mohammeds. The Mohammeds. Yeah, but they got. I don't know the name of the channel though.
Yeah.
I don't know where my phone is now, but
there's a lot of people though.
Residential tourists.
Thank you.
Yes. Dope.
Look at y'all.
That's what I'm talking about.
Coming through.
You know what I'm saying?
Teamwork makes the dream work.
They good people.
Yes.
They good people.
Yes.
So, you know, there's a lot of channels that you can check out and get good information. It's not hard. You just gotta just tap in.
And then also, one thing that we didn't do that I would advise that you do.
Yeah.
Travel Africa before you decide where you want to stay.
Don't just go to one country and just like, well, we here, so you might want to go to that one country
and then also
go to another one, and then wait.
Maybe get a top 3.
Right.
But also, no matter where you go, there's always going to be ups and downs, right? So you cannot say, oh, this other country, they have all the things. I'm going to move there because you'll just be hopping and hopping. You have to end up picking a place and staying there. But I would say visit a couple.
Yeah. Is there public transport in Uganda? Yes, but the bodas.
Yes.
Bodas.
Or taxis.
Bodas.
Why do you say it like that?
Because that's the way, I forgot who be saying it like that. So I just took it from him. The boat, they got boaters, the little bikes. That is actually the true that is the fastest way to get anything done. You can put a cow on that thing. And I'm serious. They literally will put a cow on a boda.
We sold a freezer to another company. This freezer,
it's about the size of the couch. Like it's longer than my arms.
A 3-seater couch, right? And a couch, it has, some fluff so you can like tie it. I don't know how they got this thing on the back of a motorcycle. When I tell you, I've seen cows, I've seen goats just tied up,
Chickens is normal.
Like, dang, man, this is life.
Chickens is normal.
I've seen a boda carrying another boda on the back of a boda.
Yo.
When I say they will tie anything.
If they can get it on there, it's on there. I mean, somebody need to start a channel or like Instagram or just taking pictures of what bodas put on there, because it's crazy.
Honestly, it should be illegal. Something they put on the back of these things.
But whatever.
It's not safe.
But I ain't gonna lie, it is useful. You ain't gonna ever see me on back on one. But
no, oh my gosh, the other day we saw a family of 5 and the driver on one boat.
And I know the dude riding the boat that was on top of it like this. You know what I'm saying? But he getting that money, so he good. It don't matter.
Yeah, man.
Hey, baby, we're gonna make it happen.
Like,
Diaspora Connect. I ain't heard of none of these people. Diaspora Connect in Tanzania.
Okay, that's in Tanzania.
Okay, Zambia. She has business in her. Okay, that's what's up. I'm gonna check them out.
Great. Okay. Zambia's on our list too for a while.
Someone with a china cabinet and a sofa.
Listen.
God, that's crazy.
But if it'll fit, it'll fit.
Hey, they don't be playing no games, man.
It is so dangerous. But I was like, oof.
Ain't gonna see me on there. But they be doing it. They be doing it. You know, she'll ride a safe boater from time to time.
Yeah, like if I'm going a short distance, I'll go.
I ain't getting on there. I will wait.
Or if traffic is awful and I gotta get somewhere, I make sure I wear like taller shoes.
Yeah, don't wear no flip flops.
I've seen lots of people like get cuts and gashes or like their feet get scraped and it's be too much. I want my tennis shoes.
Yeah, don't wear no flip flops.
People do all the time, but it's dangerous.
Yeah, but I mean, you know, whatever. So, hey, it's entertainment. I will say that. If nothing else, it is entertainment. He got into a bad accident.
We got into a bad accident on one, yeah.
Yeah.
They be dangerous.
Yeah. What is your relationship with other communities, for example, the Chinese? I would love to get in a relationship with Chinese because let's be real, Chinese will run the world, to be honest. Yeah. Let's say they say, well, you know what? I'm not going to send this shipment to the States right now.
The
US is done. You know what I'm saying? So I wish I could get in with them, but the Chinese, they don't, you know how they are. They don't really work outside of who they are. You know, the Indians, I would love to get in bed with them and work and do some work with them.
Yeah.
Because that's one of
they're the business leaders.
They the billionaires around here. Right. There are some Ugandan billionaires, yes. But in general, the majority are all Ugandan. Indian. Yeah. So, but as far as that, we haven't got any work done with them like that.
We've had more work with the Indians than we have with the Chinese.
Yeah, we got some business from them.
Yeah.
You know, we exchange money.
Yeah.
Them with us and we did them.
Yeah. So the thing is with the Chinese, a lot of them will speak English, but they won't speak it to you.
Right. And I know they speak it.
You know that they speak
because I'm talking to them and I know that they.
But they'll play you off like super hard, like they don't know what you're saying.
Right. I need to speak Mandarin.
Or they will come here and they literally don't speak English. I don't know how they're getting business done though. That's the thing. So like they'll have employees and they can't speak to their employees. Like I don't know.
Regardless, that's who run stuff in a sense over here. They ain't gonna say much. You ain't gonna never hear them voting, but it's just like in the States, they don't vote or nothing like that. But if you need it, I got it. And you know you're gonna have to come to me at some point. You don't have a choice.
And then what they'll do is they will come together, build an apartment complex, and then everybody move into the same apartment complex.
There's a apartment complex. This thing is massive. It's in Chisasi. So y'all don't know where that's at, but the people that's from Uganda, you know where it's at. It's really Chisasi, Nigeria. It's like really on that borderline.
Yeah.
This thing is stupid massive. And it's a Chinese Indian venture. It's probably going to be somewhere in the family about 250, 300 doors. Units. And
it'll be filled up if it's not already.
If it's not already filled up, it'll be filled up within the next couple months because it's getting ready to. They're doing all the finishing. It'll be done. It'll be finished and all these people will be moving up in there.
Right. That's what they do though. Yeah. Like there's a few other complexes, or they'll take over a neighborhood. Like they'll just buy the Ugandans out. Like they'll just slowly but surely just take over. That's what there's an Indian community coming in. And what area is that? Is that Nintendo?
They're in Nintendo, but they're not. They have their own.
It's like Bukoto, Nintendo, like over there.
They have their own. Is that Bukoto? It's Bukoto or it's either Naguru. It's like that. It's like that mixing ground. You know what I'm saying?
But they come in and
they will take the whole area, all of it. Yeah. You know, but if they have the money and the influence, it is what it is. You know, I would love to have that type of money and influence. You know, so I respect it. They move in as a group. They move as a group, and even if they hate each other, this is business, and we move as a group. So I don't check that at the door.
I pray that expats and like
Ussens.
Ussens can come
Y'all know
together
what I
and do the
mean.
same thing. Because I think that our heart is different. So a lot of the things that I'm noticing is a lot of communities come to Africa with the goal of taking their money elsewhere. Like there have been several companies that have come here and people really enjoy what they do. And then they'll be here for 3-4 years. They pack it up, they made their money, they go back to Switzerland or they go
Yeah.
back to the Netherlands or
Yeah.
wherever. And then the people are like, you know, the thing,
What
the
now?
thing that we're used to, we don't have access to anymore.
Yeah.
I think that the Black community is different in that our goal is to come here and stay here. So our money will circulate more here because we don't have a reason to go back to another country. I mean, unless you want to go back to the States, but oftentimes we come here with this being the final goal.
Right.
So our money's going to stay here. So I hope that we can build a community big enough to where we can have the leverage to move like the Indians and the Chinese do.
Right. You know, do something big. Ports and bridges, I don't understand.
Build. He's talking about the products. He's talking about his other one.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Okay.
The Chinese right now are building a highway.
Literally, like
Yeah.
this thing is gonna be massive.
But that's how you get leverage. And then also they came here. They hosted a conference, and so there wasn't enough vehicles for everybody to get around at the conference.
Yeah.
So they just shipped like hundreds of vehicles here, and when they were done, they were like, keep them.
Right. We don't need them.
Right. So, I guess it's how you garner favor, but we don't have the resources to do that as the Black community.
Right. We gotta get all on the same page.
And at least in Uganda, the U.S. offers very little support for business owners here.
But you don't get.
There's nothing.
If you get support, I don't know where it's at.
Like I'm talking about, you can send emails to the U.S. Embassy.
You ain't getting nothing. They ain't responding to nothing.
Wait a minute.
So you are on your own here.
Yeah, as far as Uganda is concerned, no.
Right. Now,
Uganda
Kenya is
on,
different.
It's on the fritz with the U.S. government, to be fair.
Right. Kenya is different, but as far as Uganda and the U.S. Embassy government,
Very little.
hey, you on your own, dog.
Including grants. It's difficult to get grants here.
Yeah.
If you're in other countries, it's supposedly easier, but here it's going to be difficult.
Right. I wish we could get a grant. You know what I'm saying?
The U.S. pulled all their grants when the anti-gay bill came.
Yeah. So, whatever. But many of them work for government projects like most African countries.
Yeah, that's what he was
okay, he's
reiterating.
bouncing on. Okay,
Yeah.
got you.
Just want to see your battery.
So other than that, man, I'm trying to think. Y'all got some questions? Cause we've been on there for a minute.
Yeah.
No questions.
Well, give him 2 seconds. It's like a delay.
Oh yeah, I forgot. We do got a delay. My bad. I wish it would work like that, but the internet be like that.
No, it's not. It's YouTube. They have a delay on purpose.
Really?
Yeah, for their AI, they can cut you off if they need to. You say too many trigger words, your stuff ends.
Man, that's whack.
Yeah.
Yeah, we missed y'all too, man. Like I looked at a video, it came out like a couple months ago. You had on like a blue shirt, you was by a tree or something. And then, I didn't see y'all. But man, we gotta chop it up.
Not necessarily, as far as the aid coming with strings. A lot of the stuff here, they're just wanting to gain a foothold here. So they do have lots of grants, like small business loans and stuff. Not loans, but grants. Like in Kenya, you can get SBA support.
Yeah.
In Uganda, you cannot.
Right. So, maybe we gotta.
Maybe once we get to the point where we're actually in Kenya as well, then we'll take them up on that. Thank you.
Yeah.
Listen, we're going to do better. As you can see, our location changed. We had a lot going on with the business.
Life be lifing. Like, the business and the family gonna always come first. So, hey man.
Oh, I got an ask. If you guys know of a grocery store, or you have a connection with the grocery store, we're looking for medium to large grocery stores that are willing to carry our product. We are the owners of Ubora Safi, some of the owners of Ubora Safi.
More than just us.
American style sausages. So if you are a Ugandan in and around Kampala.
Are you here?
Yeah.
We got some
And
sausage.
you know of a grocery store, you have connections to a grocery store. We're asking for your assistance in getting into the grocery stores.
Yeah, like help.
What about education, for example? Okay. I think your school here is great until college.
Yes.
I think that your kids would be smarter going
Here.
to school here until college.
Yeah.
And the reason why I say until college is because
They work on theory?
so they do lots of book work, very little practical.
Right.
And so they expect you to do your practical stuff or like what we would consider like internships and all that stuff after you get done.
Yeah.
So your first job is responsible for teaching you those things.
Right.
That does not make sense to me because it leaves a lot of the heavy lifting. Hold on. Hey. It leaves a lot of the heavy lifting to employers.
Right.
And not enough on the school system. So I would say up until college is great.
Yeah.
Lots of homework though.
I'm gonna be a bug. Yes, they come out smarter up to high school or whatnot. Mm-hmm. But when I look at the system overall, it's so much homework. I'm not putting my kid in that system. Only because it's too much work. Why you need 6 hours of homework Sunday to Sunday?
Yeah.
No, we're
Busy
not
work.
doing that.
Some of the times though, from what I've seen, it don't even seem like work doing. It's like busy work, and I don't like that. But that's the same thing in the States. Like certain schools in the States, you just have hours of homework for what?
Right. Like what we talking about? You know. And then when it comes to college.
Oh yeah, that'd be great.
Man, we all know we've been there. A lot of us have been there in the sense of you read these books and you get this fancy degree and da 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 da, and then you get in the real world and you figure out
none of that matters.
It don't even matter. It was irrelevant. There's a few degrees that matter and the rest of them don't. So, I just say learn how to start a business, run that thing, get your little pennies together. Come on over here. Mm-hmm. Come to the Wild Wild West.
And then also, if you can, look
Peace.
for ways to get a soft landing when you come.
Yeah. So for some of y'all, we've told some people this. If you're looking for a soft landing, you can just sign up for like the embassy or something.
Like work for them.
Work for the embassy or whatever. That's a soft landing.
Or if you have a degree, a lot of times it's unfortunate, but it's the truth. A lot of the jobs will prefer to hire you over local people.
Yeah.
And so oftentimes it's easier to find a job. So if you can find a job, do. Right. And then build your business while you're making some kind of income, or just have like lots and lots and lots of money saved up.
Yeah, because again, I say 33 to 35%.
More than what you think.
Whatever you thought, add that. Time, everything. You know what I'm saying? Because.
So schooling, no, it's not expensive. It depends though, because it can be.
Yeah. There are schools that cost more than colleges.
Outrageously expensive.
$30,000 a year.
Yeah.
Here.
Yeah. And some of them like kindergarten schools.
Yeah.
So like again, it depends on what you're trying to do. They also have boarding schools if you're into that. Your kid will go away for 3 months, come home for 1 month, and then go away for 3 months, come home for a month. I'm not into that.
Yeah, we ain't doing that.
But they do have it, and supposedly it's inexpensive.
Yeah. But you can get your own teacher.
Which is what we do.
Right. So that is an option. Yeah. So, yeah. That's an option. And it's not that expensive, Yeah. We can do the online stuff and you got more flexibility. Yeah, that's really it. That just kind of threw me all off.
Yeah. Sorry.
Other than that, man. One thing about the school system here, but it's not really technically about school, it's more about athletics. It's non-existent.
Yeah.
If you looking to have your kid be athletic in here,
The school's not going to help you in that respect.
not gonna happen.
You have to pay for that separately.
Yeah, and then if you're looking for a true competitive of what, if you may be used to in the West, like the United States, you're definitely not going to find that here. It's not. It's not here. But I don't. But to be fair, I don't think that type of high competition isn't here. It's not in the world. You got to go to the States for that.
Or for super high level competition.
Yeah, for super high level competition, but if you're looking for a decent level of competition, you're not gonna find that here in Uganda. You're gonna have to go to Kenya or South Africa, maybe Nigeria, Ghana. That's it. That's all you got when it comes to competition. You will not find it here. It's not. It's not a thing. So. Anything else? If not, man, we about to hop up off of here.
Why do you sound like you from like Alabama somewhere? I'm about to hop off of here.
You keep saying that like every time. You say the older I get, the southerner I get.
I don't get what's
like,
happening. We're from Kansas City. What is happening?
Man, I know where my people from. Being a hater, bro. Oftentimes people ask me how can they make money while overseas? What ideas do you have? If you're trying to make quick money, you're gonna have to find
online job.
You have to find an online job or something like that.
Okay.
But a lot of people even in the States are trying to find online jobs. Good luck.
Yeah.
But a lot of people aren't signing up for like the Department of State.
Yeah.
To get into an embassy or something like that. Or U.S. aid.
Yeah, NGOs.
You can do those type of things.
You can be a teacher at the schools, especially if they are international schools.
Right. They want
seem to prefer, and they actually have lots of perks. Like some pay for housing. Like it gets pretty crazy.
Yeah.
What they're willing to offer.
Right. Other than that, that's about all I know.
Like as far as jobs.
Jobs.
Yeah.
I think in general it comes down to a situation where when you come here, you have to try to navigate this and start something on your own. Hopefully you got something in the States, but most of us don't. And that's just the reality. But I would say for a soft landing that I know, go to an embassy.
Or an NGO.
Yeah. Hit them up. Put in all them apps. Then whatever country say, yeah, come on, I'll be there tomorrow.
Or have a job that will allow you to move. Or even like freelance.
Yeah.
Like you can do that too.
As a contractor.
So like if you're set up a Fiverr thing or something like that, right? Where you can have some sort of income coming in. That would be good.
Can we understand any of the native language? Luganda?
It's hard.
This much, and it's hard, and you can't read it the way you think.
Right.
So like
Swahili.
Chi, right? Like it's like you would think it say Kasasi, which is Ki, right? It's not that. It's not Kasasi. It's Chisasi.
Oh, it's Chisasi?
Chisasi? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So or like KY is more like saying
You think it'd be Kai.
Yeah, and it's not. It's Chayambogo.
Yeah, cha sound.
Like it would Google and you would say Kayambogo and it's Chayambogo.
Yeah.
It's not easy.
I think that I understand more than I can speak. I think that what happens is when I hear things, I understand what they're saying, but then like whenever it's time for me to say the words, I'd be like, and I lose them.
Yeah.
So, I'm working on it, but I think Lugandan is a difficult language.
It ain't easy.
I think Swahili is easier, but the reason why is because I can read it, and to me, Swahili looks like what it sounds like.
Right. it makes sense in my head.
In my brain, right? I'm not saying that it makes sense to people, obviously, but in my brain, it's just difficult.
Do native people speak English? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. You got some that won't, and I'm cool with that. But in general, yes.
English is the language of business here. Yeah. So most schools teach English.
Yeah.
Like some schools don't even teach Lugandan.
Yeah. Right. Now,
and Lugandan is just it's a local language to the city. It's not nationwide.
Right, it ain't nation. That's just central. That's it. You know, you go to the north, you go to the west, you go to the east.
Speak Lugandan.
No, like I have my own tribe and we speak this, so we're going to speak this here. Yeah. So, you know, it just depends on where you at.
In Kenya, Swahili is the language.
Right.
Like they have other tribal languages too, but everybody knows Kiswahili.
Yeah, right.
It's not the same in Uganda. I would say English would be that here.
Right. So, yeah, that's that. Other than that, I think Luau Deng created something in South Sudan as well for battle, and we'll see. This is still new, so we'll see. You know, how long can you keep that up without no government support? I'm not spending that all the time. Like he spend mills, so unless without support, I'm good. Can you learn Swahili on Duo?
Yes,
you can. But Luganda, you ain't gonna find nothing about Luganda for real. There's like one app that sort of kind of works, and other than that,
you'll have to hire a tutor. Like so, if you are in the States, Italki, I think is what it's called, ITALKI, I think. But you have to actually hire someone to come on to the app and tutor you. There's plenty of people who will do it.
Yeah.
Oh, the weather's wonderful.
The weather?
Listen, okay. We come from Kansas City where we experience all the seasons in their full glory. So we experience the hottest of the hot and the coldest of the cold. I am to the point where if it hits 75, 73, I'm cold. And to me, back in the States, what was my cold like? Cold was like 45, 50.
40s.
That was cold. I'm at a solid 73. I'm like, ooh, let me get a jacket. I'm wearing my wool sweater.
No, for real.
Like, for real, when it's like 70 degrees.
For real.
I don't know what's happening.
She tripping.
But the weather's beautiful here.
The weather? I ain't felt no better weather than this.
It don't get too hot and it don't get too cold. We've never been in the high 90s ever.
That's not a thing here. It's about 70s, 80s. That's it. And you ain't gonna see 89.
Fahrenheit.
Right. In Fahrenheit. Yeah. 89 ain't happening.
And if it does, it's rare. I think we've hit 89 like twice.
28? What you mean?
No.
Like below freezing?
Celsius. It has to be Celsius.
No, just 28. 28 is about normal what it is during the day sometimes. 28? Brother.
No, is that Fahrenheit? Ain't no
brother.
way.
No.
Y'all must live in the mountains or something.
No. Well, I'm going to tell you like this.
It does snow
when
here.
we do visit, it will be in the spring or summer. Because I ain't going back.
I feel like it should.
No turning back.
So it snows then, right?
No turning back. How that song go? That old gospel song go?
My mind's made up.
My mind's made up. No turning back.
Oh my God. I feel like I have to get the song.
Get that organ going. But nah, I ain't going back there. I gotta buy a coat again? Nah. I don't even want to wear a hoodie.
Quite frankly, I'm ready to buy a puffy coat here at 70 degrees.
There is no.
Uganda has ruined me as far as the weather is concerned.
I ain't going back.
I couldn't even imagine seeing snow now. I don't even know how I would
Look,
react.
I see snow, I'm gonna pass out. My bones can't take that no more.
We're done with that.
I can't deal with no negative 15s, and I definitely can't deal with no 110s. You know, I am a 70s, 80s guy. Every once in a while, I'll deal with like 60s. You know, that's about it. I'm spoiled.
Yeah.
You know, so like that's like going to Nigeria and Ghana. Nah. No. Y'all, I like some of the stuff. Yeah, I like some of the stuff y'all doing. I'm not going. You will not catch me over there.
Oh, I want to.
Yes, sir. Like I ain't, you ain't gonna catch me over in Ghana, Nigeria.
I would love to.
Nah.
I like the hot.
No, sir. It's too hot.
Oh, that sounds great.
Unless I'm going to like what is it in Ghana where the Shanties are? It's like start with a K.
I can't remember the name of it.
I want to say Kisumu, but that's in Kenya. I can't think of it, but it's like in the middle. It's like in the middle of the forest and stuff. I can go there because it's not that hot. In the summer, how hot is the summer?
That's what I'm wondering. Cause I feel like if it gets as low as 28, I wonder if it swings higher.
Right. If is it in the hundreds? If it's in the hundreds, she will go. I will be here. Dude.
I love the hot.
Nuh-uh. Man, look. Cause like when I came here in February, right? You know, it's cold. It's cold. Nah.
That sounds great.
Nah. I'm good. So like Kansas City, you know, it was like in the negatives and stuff. So, and then I come here, it's like 70s, and I'm out here about to die. Like, I'm sweating about a gallon a day. Nah. I gotta get used to 100 again? Where your door might be sweating?
Oh, it might not be that. It might not be that humid though.
Right. And maybe if it's a dry heat, I could deal with that. But you know, when I see them digits and I think of Kansas City,
no, that's different though.
I can't.
Even 28 dry is not as bad as.
That's torture. I look, Kansas City. I will only go back in like October, if I ever go back, and if maybe October and March, maybe April. That's it.
I wouldn't go back in March. March would be cold.
That's it. I ain't going back. If you're on the
street and you don't say anything, can people tell straight? Nope.
I will never fit in.
He's so tall.
It ain't even the tall part. They think I'm like this big hulking body or something. Like I'm freaking Hulk Hogan or something.
There will be guys bigger than him who will be like, "You're so big," and I'm like,
"Bro, you bigger than me. Why are you in?" Is this the spirit?
I think it is the spirit.
I think this is some biblical stuff. I ain't gonna go there.
Like literally, okay, so.
But y'all know where I'm going.
For me,
if you know.
I blend in. People think that I am.
Movie in Kole.
What?
I thought they said in Kole.
No.
Is it Uganda?
Maybe they did. It's Uganda for sure.
Okay. Yeah.
They think that I'm Uganda, and I agree. So like when we go out and we see the ladies from Uganda, they look like my family.
And they will start speaking.
Like, girl.
I'm like, nah. I'm from the town.
English, please.
Like, stop denying who you are.
Oh my God. Listen, guys, I got accosted. He didn't hit me. A Boda guy was so mad at me, y'all. So we ship our sausages to people on Safe Boda. It's like a company. They come get the package and they go take it wherever.
Kind of like Uber.
Yeah, but with Bodas.
Yeah.
So I ordered a Safe Boda for a client to ship his stuff out to him or whatever. And the Boda guy comes up and he's like, "I couldn't understand you on the phone. You should just speak Lugandan." And I was like, "Well, I can't speak Lugandan. I'm not good enough yet. I'm not from here." And he's like, "Oh, you lie. You should just," what did he say? "You should just be who you are. Why are you ashamed of who you are?" And I'm like, what is he talking about? Y'all, right. He was so mad at me.
Right.
because I didn't speak. He thought I was Ugandan and I'm not.
So immigration thought they was lying too.
I'm like, why I got lie for?
Right. Me being a firefighter, hey man, I ain't no firefighter no more.
What happened? Who said that?
Stepping stones. I ain't no firefighter no more, man. So I don't know about the heat. I forgot. I don't know what that is.
If need be, you can remember it.
If I have to, in a fire. I'm spoiled now.
No, I don't know. Like I like for why? I don't know. I went in, I guess,
Yeah.
until I start talking.
Yeah.
But him,
Ain't no blending in. I ain't no blending
I
in.
think he could lose 100 pounds and be frail, and people would still be like, "You're so big." I'm like, "What? Huh?"
Right. I'm like 250, and they think I'm like 6 foot, 250, and they will think that I'm like 6'7", 390 pounds, 1% body fat, and done every martial arts and the most dangerous person in the world.
Well,
Not playing. Not playing. I mean, I might be a little dangerous,
I'm like, well,
but they don't know that. But they think I am
yes.
ain't no blending in. Like we go into town to the market, Nakasero market. Like Nakasero market is different. It's like a parting of the Red Sea when I'm there. When she's there,
It's wonderful.
when she's there, man, they all bumping on her. When I'm there, it's a parting of the sea. Nobody touches. Nobody move. Everybody just moves out the way.
And it's not just there.
I
It's
don't
anywhere.
even get it.
It's anywhere.
I ain't nobody.
And they assume he's my bodyguard. Like they be like, "Oh, she's a rich woman," and I'm like,
Nah, that's just my
That's
husband.
my husband."
It's weird, man. I
Yeah.
don't get it.
It's funny.
Wait.
I thought that was true.
For real though.
Yeah, it's interesting.
Yeah, we gotta start to learn this language fast, but it ain't easy, yo. It's not easy. I'm telling y'all.
We could put more effort into it.
Yeah, we don't put enough effort. We don't.
We could.
Yeah, we
And
don't.
we need to.
We get lazy because
The rest of the day is hectic.
right, it's hectic and people speak English so much that it's like we're not forced to. That's why I've been telling I've been telling Felix, like, yo, one of these days you have to just drop me off in the village. I need to be there for a couple weeks. I bet I'll come out speaking Luganda just straight up raw.
What
You know what I'm saying?
He's not.
I know he's from the north, so I can't really speak that, but I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's what it is. For real. I think it's the spirit.
They saw the movie Mr. T.
So, no, for real.
Mr. T really ain't that big though.
Nah, he a small dude. He little. But that's what it be like. One day, me and you.
Man, listen. When y'all come here, that's what we were like. I'm like, you think
I'm big? Hey, we got some monstrosities coming.
Monstrosity.
You acting like he ain't big.
He's
What are you
tall.
talking about?
Yeah, he's a big dude.
Like, and she big. Like, they gonna be like, oh man, how y'all doing? I'm gonna move over here
But the
because I
crazy
don't
part
want you
is
to
there are
squash
people
me.
who what's the country? Sudan? Like they're everybody's tall.
But the Sudanese move out the way
It's
too.
really strange.
It's weird. Cause Sudan, a lot of people from Sudan live here too. And Eritrea. Man, it's like a lot of cultures
Hello.
here. A lot of them.
Yeah. Who was it? Was it Maya who said that
Los.
there's more people in Uganda than most African countries. Like it's like a lot of people from
Yeah.
everywhere in Africa. and Uganda.
Everywhere. I would call Uganda almost like a United States, but for African countries. There's a
As far as
lot
melting
of,
pot
as
is
far as a
concerned?
melting pot, it's a lot of folks here. A whole bunch of them, you know what I'm saying? So, and they kind of got their own little area, like Eritreans,
They stay amongst each other.
they are specifically in their own area. Nigerians ain't too many of them here because they don't.
No, they are here, but they don't broadcast that they're here.
Really?
Yeah. Okay. So.
Oh, I ain't seen them.
Ugandans don't seem to like Nigerians. In fact, they think that you're Nigerian sometimes.
Yeah, they do. They ask me all the time, am I Nigerian? I'm like, nah, I'm from the States. But you look Nigerian.
But if you are, I guess that it comes with different stigmas.
Yeah.
So a lot of Nigerians don't broadcast that they are Nigerian. There are Nigerians here, though.
Okay.
Scarce.
Only have about 2.5 mil?
In the size of Texas.
Wow.
Is it growing? Is Botswana growing? I think that they would be.
Yeah, because I mean, Botswana is connected to South Africa. You know what I'm saying? The capital is like around the corner from the capital of South Africa.
So imagine how cold it gets in South Africa.
I don't want no problems like that. I ain't going. No. Going back. Some. I don't know them words because I was when I was in church. I really wasn't in the church. I was just there because I was forced to be there.
Okay.
Yeah, okay, gotcha. That makes more sense. I wasn't really in the church, so I was there because I was trying to get her. I was trying to bag her. Well, couple kids, marriage later.
Couple kids, we got 4 of them things.
You know what I'm saying? So it worked, but not until we were married. How'd that go?
Why? Listen, man.
Hey, cuz, I know I can't sing. You ain't about to keep trying to set me up.
You don't want to put people through that.
Right. This ain't torture sessions. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't setting, No.
You said you wanted to love her like Christ loved the church. He was there. You forgot.
I forgot that. Well, you know what? What happened was I started reading the Bible for real. And I get that saying, but it's a little more to it than that. You know, I read the whole Bible, not just the New Testament, especially the Old. But, you know.
It was an epic proposal. It was, I agree.
Well, thank you, sir. Well, thank you. I was nervous.
We have to tell the people because they're like, they only know a part. So, okay. We're in church. I'll give you paint the whole picture. So, the pastor's up there, right? And something's off. Like, I'm clearly knowing that something's wrong because
this nigga,
he's like this the whole time.
This nigga keep winking at me.
I'm sitting in the congregation like, what is happening? At first I'm like, looking behind, like, who is he winking at? Like, what is happening? And then I notice he's winking at Julius because Julius looks hecka uncomfortable. But he's like, you know, every single time, every song comes, what is going on?
Nigga, what is you doing?
Then, towards the end, after he gets out his sermon, he calls Julius to the front, and I'm like, oh, Lord, what's going on? I'm like, oh, man, something's happening. Honestly, I thought it was like probably like a security situation or something.
Right. Because I always had my pistols.
Yes.
With an S.
Yes. So he gets to the front, and then he gives a speech, and I'm like dying because I don't like public affection. It scares me, or I get nervous or whatever. So I'm sitting there like, oh Lord, oh Jesus. And then he proposes, and I have to go up, you know, and do the whole thing. It was cool.
Right. But before that, she made me do so much stuff. Like, she made me like go talk to her daddy and mama that morning.
That's the bare minimum.
That morning. And then I had to go holler at my daddy. That's a weird situation. It was a lot, man. Pistols at the church. Hey, man,
oh, for sure.
Hallelujah.
Oh, for sure.
Hallelujah.
Absolutely.
Every time. If I was here, I swear I would be having my arsenal here too.
My ring came with the pistol. I thought he was playing.
Nah, for real.
He was like, listen, before we got married, he was like, understand, there's no ring without a pew pew. And I was like, huh? Like, what you talking about? Like, this man crazy, right? I had never, that wasn't my thing.
Yeah.
And when I tell you he paid for the training, We went shooting, not a game.
Hey,
I had a couple of them always on me, all the time.
like we would have never gotten married if she would have said, "Nah, I don't do guns."
Piece of steel.
It would have been like, "All right then. Well, it's been good. I'm out. No." And it comes with a pistol, pistols,
Yeah.
rifle, shotgun. You know what I'm saying? It comes with things like we don't play them games. We believe in
that
that.
respect, we are very American.
That's Second Amendment is a mug, boy. I love
Very.
it.
But
I just can't.
it's
I
the rest
can't.
of the stuff.
Yeah, I can't have none here. But if I can, Mr. President, General, if you ever would love for me to have one, I would love it. I would please.
Looney bin.
But anyway, but nah, for real. I pay
Looney
a
bin.
dowry. Huh? That ring? Sure.
Dowry.
That
Who's talking
ring?
about dowry?
Nah, that's step stone.
Did you pay your dowry? No.
No.
It was a very traditional
Yeah. Yo, very
Courtship.
American, you know.
courtship. It wasn't American. I said traditional courtship.
Oh, courtship meaning
Biblical.
very, very biblical.
Biblical.
Like, I didn't see her draws until we were married. No, for
Didn't
real.
live together.
None of that. At one point, we had to stop kissing. We couldn't do it.
That was him.
Couldn't do it.
He said, we can't. No, it was before we got engaged. So it was like, we got married in July. He came to me like in November and he was like, we can't even kiss tomorrow. I was like, for real? For real?
Can't do that. Stuff gonna happen.
Why'd you take your gun to the church? Because people get shot at church.
And we black. I don't play them games. If you gonna shoot some holes in people,
I'm gonna return fire. So, okay, there have been enough situations where people have went into churches and shot up the place.
But it's not just a church thing. I believe in carrying a gun everywhere.
Everywhere.
If I go to the bathroom, there is a gun. If I just walk, it don't matter where I go. There is a gun.
Our house was,
Everywhere. You ain't going nowhere in my house without guns. You know what I'm saying? Just not here. Maybe that church did not have.
No. So, what was that? South Carolina,
Yeah, that's
where
funny.
Dylan Roof walked into the church and killed like 12 people. Like when I say there's example after example after example after example of people getting shot at church.
Right.
Or just how about gang stuff happens? I can't hate you, but your mama goes to that church, so I'm shooting the parking lot.
Right. Because I'll be honest, I know of people, if I can't get you, I'm getting somebody's. So I think here, I'm gonna assume you're not from the US. We think very differently about how we protect and how we handle real business. So yeah.
Okay, so for instance, you can go to a funeral at a church, right? And let's say that somebody got murdered and they want to retaliate.
Yeah.
They will retaliate at the church,
Right.
at the funeral, at the burial,
Right.
repast, all that.
It gets real, it's different. It's different. It's a different mentality, the way things are there versus here.
Yeah.
Your theory about carrying a gun everywhere makes no sense. When your wife was giving birth, did you have guns? Yes, actually, I did. I told you, I don't go nowhere without a gun.
You didn't.
And I don't, if I can't go to that place without a gun,
Or if you can't go to that place with the gun.
right, with a gun, I don't go.
Living there is different.
Right, this is funny.
You can watch people's kids get snatched on the nightly news. Like watch the guy come into the store and did it. I didn't carry mine faithfully until it started happening over and over again. And then I went to Walmart and I started feeling something was going on. There was a guy and I started feeling really uncomfortable with my children with me. And then I started carrying mine too.
Yeah.
You're not going to put me in a situation where I'm not able to protect myself as a woman, especially as a Black woman. There was a lot of stuff that was happening, especially after Trump was first elected. Like his cronies or whatever were doing too much, and they were like having a situation where women would be at the gas pump, pumping their gas, and random white men would walk up and start beating them. You're not going to catch me without something.
Right. There's ways to do that too.
No, you can't get on a plane with a gun.
Yes, you can.
You can take your gun.
But I can't have it on me.
Yeah.
But nobody can except the U.S. Marshals, and they're usually in front wearing tan, and they act like we don't know that they're there. But anyway, but other than that, I don't care where I go. Other than that, and I literally mean that, I don't go nowhere without my gun. And that literally means nowhere, even if I'm on a fire truck or an ambulance.
You can't carry it to Uganda, though. That's the only problem.
Yeah. If I could, I would, though.
And you can't, like UK, you can't carry it there. But yes, you can. Like, for instance, depending on the weapon, we got to stop saying the other word. Depending on the weapon.
Yeah, pew-pews.
And hunting and stuff like that.
Right.
Yeah. But the US is different, y'all. Like the things that people, okay, so here, somebody can steal your last dime or steal somebody else's last dime, and the person doesn't ever think about getting violent towards them.
Right.
They can know they're taking your last dime, and they know that nothing's going to happen to them. Try that in the States.
You dead. If not dead, you about to get a mud hole stomped in you.
It's different, y'all.
It's different. We're different. We're different folks. All right, I'll holler at you. We're just different. You know what I'm saying?
It's a very violent country.
Right. And that's just what it is. It's a violent country. It started off violent. It's gonna die violent, and it is violent. You know what I'm saying? So it's just a completely different mindset of here, or most African countries in general. We're not. America is not the same.
It's very different. And I think that enough people don't talk about it. Like, so a lot of times people will leave here or leave African nations and go to the US, and all they have is like the positive stuff. They don't
tell the truth.
They don't tell the whole story.
Right.
Until they retire, and then they come here and they want to tell it all then.
Yeah.
But that's not fair to the people who are getting scammed out of a lot of money to try to go there, thinking that it's a fairy tale. And it's not. Like, there are good things about being there, but there are also bad things about being there, like safety. That's a huge thing. So
right, it's different. You know, I even had the thought, you know, you got people from here or whatever other country that travels to the US to get a job, and they get their job, and you know, they family back here or whatever is so happy for them, and they think they're rich automatically.
Right.
And they don't know that they got a job making like, you know, $30,000, $40,000, $50,000, and their bills come out to, you know, for the year $40,000, $50,000. So they struggling, period. They was doing better here almost than they were there.
Or they
they
have a master's degree here and they go to the States and it don't mean nothing.
Right. You was a doctor here, and next thing you know, you cleaning the floor there because they don't care about your degree. They don't recognize it. It's different. You know, do you think that if all Black Americans had guns, the story of racism would change? No.
It's institutional. So what I mean by that is everything can't be solved with it can. To some extent, things can be solved with violence. But if you don't know that racism is happening, how would you solve it? So for instance, I go to apply for a business loan and I'm denied. I'm supposed to go there and shoot up the place? No.
Right.
That's institutional racism. They have a rule in place that makes sure that I don't get that loan. Or if I want to buy a house, they have some rule in place that ensures that I don't get that loan because I'm Black. That doesn't mean that doesn't mean that a pum is going to solve that. Would the men the police killed have?
Some of them did have guns.
Yeah, that's the problem.
It could be both of them had guns, and even if you tell them, "Hey, officer, I have my gun on me. I'm not going to do anything. I'm going to put my hands out where you can see them," and guess what? They still ended up dead. But I think it's one of those things where as bad as it is with the culture of the gun and blah 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 blah, I wouldn't change it. But on the other side, going to answer the question, no, it's not going to change. Because if you shoot that cop,
Your life is over.
oh God, if by the grace of something you make it out, you still not gonna make it
Your
out.
life is over.
So it's a different culture, man. It's not
I
the
don't
same.
think that those things solve racism.
Yeah, that don't solve racism. The way you solve racism currently in the United States is leave. If you one of us, you just leave. That's all I got for you. You leave and try to start something somewhere else, preferably here.
I would prefer we come to Africa, but there's lots of us in Colombia,
Yeah,
South America, all over there.
right. I just say get up out of there.
I mean, because, okay, just here, peace of mind. I don't have to worry again until I open my mouth about racism. Like, the police are not going to pull me over and say, oh man, a black lady, come over here.
Yeah,
No, they're like, okay, I'm going to choose this car. It's random.
Right.
And let me see your credentials. It's not like I'm getting pulled over because the police officer saw me and that's what made the traffic stop happen. Yeah, I mean, just the police alone is peace of mind. Plus, usually when you get pulled over by the police, it's just to make sure you have insurance.
right.
And then maybe if they're feeling a little froggy that day, they'll ask you for something they know you don't have in the car.
Right.
Like a reflective triangle.
Like, who's carrying that?
Like,
But in general, nah, it's not the same, man.
no, it's much more peaceful.
Yeah, it's a completely different culture, like you just said. Yeah, it's a cultural difference.
And the things that we've seen in the States, they can't even fathom them here. Like, you try to explain situations and they're like, I don't understand. Because it's just not.
It's just different.
It's not thankfully, it's not a part of the culture.
Yeah, and I'm very appreciative of it. That's why I like this place so much, because it's just different. Safer. And the food is good.
Yeah.
I will say this though, speaking of food, so I wish I knew the name of that Ugandan place. They only do traditional food in town.
Oh, I don't remember their name.
Fire. It's in the Printon district area.
If you guys want us to start filming like the good food places, we will.
They got I think they got the best chapati in town. Most definitely.
First of all, the chapati is like this big.
It's massive, but that is the best chapati I've ever had in my. Oh my God, it was so good.
It's really good.
Even the food, like it was like I don't even know the name of the rice, but it was fire rice.
With stew.
Yeah, it was with stew and chicken.
They have a lot of stew here, but their stews be amazing.
Yeah, like now regular food, like if you go to some of the American style, Western style restaurants, trash. But when they cook they food,
local food is good.
Fire.
Really, really good.
Fire. Even the greens, fire. I was like, what?
Local food is amazing though, and it's cheap.
Right. The only now I must admit, I'm sure there will be a Ugandan that will be like, you don't like it. I don't like the matoke.
I can't get with it.
I can't get with the matoke.
I
tried.
Like some butter, salt, and pepper, and it's fire.
Yeah, it need a little more to it. It's missing something.
Because I think you're supposed to eat it with the stew, and so it's supposed to take on the flavor of the stew.
Maybe that's what it is.
You have to eat it with the stew.
Okay, because I just ate it just regular like that.
Mashed potatoes?
It just wasn't it. I had a little bit of stew with it, but it just wasn't hitting. Long time. Yeah. Hey, what's up? So I need to try some more stuff. I see that you have chosen a different life, blah, 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 success in the world. Keep up the good work. Thank you. Thank you.
Can you have a snack?
I like, bro, I can't get with the matoke. I can't get with the, you're right. I can't get with neither one, actually, for me. But I'm trying. There is this drink that I was told to get. It got like sugar cane in it, and it's at that Ugandan place. I wish I knew the name of it in town, but they got them at a lot of them. It's like this drink, but they say it's like the blue pill, but it's a drink. I was like, I'm good, but I'll try it.
We're gonna start getting back on here, guys.
Yeah, man, we've been tripping. We've been tripping bad. We've been tripping bad.
Oh,
We've been doing a lot of business, though.
yeah,
We've been doing a lot of business, working on the back end, and
we're getting there.
yeah, we getting there. We working on it.
One more time before we log off, the Peanut Gallery has asked that we end the live.
Who?
The Peanut Gallery.
Oh, really?
Yeah. If you guys know of a grocery store or you have any connections with grocery store, it's fire. Sugarcane is amazing.
I go through a whole thing.
Man.
You gotta chew it up, spit it out once it's done. Anyway.
If you have any connection to grocery stores, if you could please send us the email. You can send it to us at contacttact
Contact at
Uborsoft at uborsoft.com. Let me put it in here.
Yeah, that ain't it.
Oh. Can you put it in there? Because I'm not logged in.
I ain't logged in.
Okay, contact at uborsoft.com. Send us an email. And then as long as it has to be in Kampala, though. But we're trying to get into as many grocery stores as possible. We do sell the best quality sausages here in Uganda. We do chicken sausage. They're halal certified.
Yeah.
Like actually halal certified.
Like for real.
So yeah, we're trying to get into as many grocery stores as we can. So if you know of a grocery store or someone who want to order wholesale, like restaurants or hotel chains.
Or if you just
like
want to start your own store in some other part of Uganda, I don't care.
Yeah, or like distribution type situations.
We can make it happen. Basubi Shop, he just got a new video. It just came out today. Yeah. Check that out. He's got a couple of them. He been doing a couple of them here. He been on. Check him out. Subi Shop. He's right there.
Oh my goodness.
Check him out.
Okay.
I'm trying to think, y'all.
The peanut gallery.
I think that's up. But our peanut gallery, they like, hey, wrap this up. I'm hungry. Even though they ate already. So it's been real. Yeah.
guys.
Yeah. So she's turning it off. It's been real. Yet again.
I don't even know how to do it, to be fair.
How many hours has it been?
Over 100 minutes.
Dang.
We really suck at ending lives.
Yeah, we really suck at this. I'm sorry, y'all, but it be like that. Maybe once we don't have to have a phone and do this, we rich folks and we just show extra regular. Jeesh.